Good afternoon, everybody. I wanted to make this little video and start something I've started over 2 years ago. First of all, my name is Brian Flanery. If you don't know me, I live in Greenup County, Kentucky, on Hog Branch, which in a little community called Old Town. Pastor a church in Elliott County, Stark Church, independent, non-denominational church, and blessed with a beautiful wife and 2 children. Today I want to come to you talking to you a little bit about my great uncle Willis Flanery. I'm going to have to turn to look at my computer screen. He was born June 17th, 1916 here on Hog Branch where we live, and he passed away February the 6th, 1943 from TB. He was the second oldest son born to Allie Singleton Flanery and Emma Justice Flanery. Now, Willis didn't live a long life, but I guess he had a lot of life in his short life, if you know what I mean. They tell that in his working, he would be back on the hill working in the corn. Every bench around here was cleaned up for cornfields or garden stuff, and but they said he would chop in about every 4th hill and hurry up and get to the road, light him a cigarette, sit under the shade tree, and the boys would get on to him, thought they was gonna get whooped, and tore a good one for not getting the corn cleaned out, and I guess he told him I should just give her a lick and a promise, and that's I always kind of kidded about that, just give it a lick and a promise. And but he was the first one around in Old Town, I've been told, that had a car. And I'll say he was probably one of the lower class people that had a car. I'd say there was some richer people, maybe the Womicks or something had a car, but they said he was one of the first ones around to have an automobile. And I'll try to maybe include some pictures of that somewhere in the video here of him and his cars. He had 2 different ones, I believe. Like I said, he worked, and they said he would take these cars and he would go somewhere and buy maybe 2 or 3 old junk ones for $20, $50, and working on cars back then wasn't a very big. Nobody had done a lot of it, but I guess he was pretty good at it. And he'd take 2 or 3 old cars, junk ones, and he'd rebuild them and make one good one, but he was one of the first ones around to have a car here. He also, the story goes that he took and sold my papaw, which was Ward Flanery, sold him a car, and they said that he took that, said he got the car, and papaw paid him for the car, but didn't have no gas, and said that all he would sell him was 1 quart of gas, and said that, and it's about 3 miles from here to where the gas station would have been at Womack's store, and they said that he made it all the way from here to Womack's store on 1 quart of gas, and said he would coast it going down the hill, coast it wherever he could, and he got down there on 1 quart of gas. I always thought that was amazing. Anymore, it takes about 1 quart just to start one, but one thing I want to tell you about is this corn knife, if I can get it to where it'll show. This was Willis's corn knife, and what they would do is they'd go over in Ohio and they would shock corn for people in the fall, cut corn and shock it. And Dad says this is his because of that chip there in the, about where my mouth is. There's a chip in it. Dad said that's his, and he's seen it all his life. Dad says that's a factory handle. I'll try to turn it here and let you look at it and see. But I need to take and scratch some of that rust off and let you maybe figure out if it's I think it is a factory made one. Being with the taper, if you look at the taper, it's pretty good, and I don't see no beat marks in it much. But this was Willis Flanery's corn knife, and we've kept it all these years. And like I say, he passed away in '43. So, you know, it's at least 80, 90 years old. Now, here's another one. I don't know if this has any significance, but we've had it also. I think Dad may have redone the handle on this one in times past, but of course you see they've had a rough way. And this one maybe have been blacksmith, or just the rust has pitted them pretty bad. And this one here is a short one, and I tell you what, of course it's rusty, but it's pretty sharp. I don't know if it's just been something to cut weeds with, but I'll try to show it there. It's and I don't know if these is factory. They might have been blacksmith. I don't know, but I just seen this. This has got something IFF. I'll have to look it up. It's got initials there. We'll look. I'll see if you can see it there. And it might be backwards to you, I don't know. But I just now seen that in there. But back to Willis. They said they would leave out of here all the boys. There was Leotis and Willis, Ward, Allie Milt, and Vernon. Ward was my papaw, and they would all leave out of here and go over in Ohio to shock corn. They told the story of Leotis, which was the oldest boy, and he was a big, tall, pretty stout feller. And they said that he could about outwork anybody. And so this guy kind of got mad at him there in the bunkhouse and told him, said, you know, you need to, you know, you're working, you're showing us up. Said tomorrow, said we're gonna whoop you and we're gonna beat you on this shocking the corn. And so they said Leotis got up, and that boy that said that he went on out, and I guess him and another fella went together to double up, and we was going to try to double up and beat Leotis, make him look bad. So I guess Leotis, you know, he ate his breakfast and got out there and went to shocking corn, and I guess the two men shocked 100 shocks, but Leotis shocked 99, and they couldn't really. They didn't even brag about them two doing 100 when he got 99 by himself. So that's how people worked then. People was pure muscle, and they know how to work, and they know how to do things, and you know. But also they didn't live very long. I got a picture. I'll try to include it also in this video. That you know he. You know, I got a picture as a young man. He got a cigarette hanging out of his mouth, and you know, so yeah, he smoked young and he worked young, and Willis Flanery did, and so they lived hard. But like I say, Willis was the only one that had a car around here. They said at the time, and they also said that he sold produce. Ruth Jones told me this, that he sold produce. In Ashland, Kentucky, for our trips, and I guess our trips is still in business today. But sold produce to them and got, I think it was 5 cents a pound out of tomatoes back then, and they thought, buddy, they was rich. Thought they was rich that they got sold tomatoes for 5 cents a pound to our trips then in the 20s or 30s, you know. Of course, Depression times, hard times was that way. But now I tell you, it's sure is amazing. You get to looking back how these things are, and how much I'm sitting here in my air-conditioned house with an iPhone 7 videoing this, and so we've came a long way in some ways. In other ways we've not. But but Willis, he passed away. He passed away in '43 of tuberculosis. He was in either the 3 C's or the CBs. I can't never get it straight. I think it was the 3 C's is what he was. He was construction, part of the Army. I need to look that up in the military records and see what it does show for him. But he passed away. I thought he passed away here on Hog Branch, but I'm thinking now that he passed away in Huntington in the hospital. I think they had a TB hospital there. But he's buried here on Hog Branch down on the Luther Flanery Cemetery, which is on down Hog Branch from where I live. He's buried there. They've got staff funeral home records in the Greenup County Library. Shows what it costs, and I can't remember the exact amount, but basically what it cost for his funeral. They have a receipt of that, and then papers that was donated to the library, so I found that. But I have only got 2 pictures of him, and if anybody around local here sees this video and would maybe have a picture, I would ask you to send it to me. My email address is B as in boy, BRICOLAWNCARE @AOL.com. You could send that to me via email. I'll put that in the description once I learn how to do all this stuff. I don't know if I said this or not, but I want to thank a young man, Justin Metcalf, for inspiring me to do this. I think I did, but go check his videos out on YouTube, or as he says, on the YouTubes. Go check his videos. He redoes, he's millwright, redoes grist mills. Very, very good man. Check his channel out, and if you would like to subscribe to ours here, I've got a little bit of everything. There's preaching, there's music and video, just there's all different kind of things, just whatever kind of hits the top of my head. But right now I want to try to do some genealogy videos on some history, and maybe I can do some like a part 2 of this if I find out more of what's something I new find on Willis. But like I say, subscribe to my channel, like this video, hit the notification bell that you would receive notification when I post a video. So we thank you all for watching, and again, God bless you and have a good day.